Securing your supply chain in China and Taiwan. An introduction to the specialized quality management services of Martin and Jason Consulting Company. Your dedicated on-site representative bridging international quality expectations with local manufacturing execution. The challenge of global sourcing. The stakes. In today's complex sourcing environment, a single quality failure can damage brand reputation, delay shipments, and erode customer trust, often at significant financial cost. What you need on the ground. Success requires more than vendor scorecards and email follow-ups. It demands technical expertise, physical presence, and cultural fluency at the factory level. Exactly what Martin and Jason Consulting delivers. Real-time visibility into production quality. Objective, third-party assessments. Rapid response when issues arise. Predictable, all-inclusive pricing. Four core of our service modules. Martin and Jason Consulting Services are designed to mitigate risk at every stage of the production lifecycle, from initial supplier selection through final shipment. Service module number 1. New supplier quality system audit. Comprehensive 3-day on-site factory evaluation. Service module number 2. Pilot run and process audit. Design to production transition oversight. Service module number 3. Quality incident investigation. Root cause analysis and corrective action oversight. Service module number 4. Pre-shipment inspection. PSI batch by batch AQL sampling before goods ship. Service module number 1. New supplier quality system audit. Selecting a new manufacturing partner requires far more than reviewing a company profile. This flagship service provides a comprehensive 3-day on-site audit to evaluate a factory's quality management system, technical capabilities, and overall production environment before you commit. 1. Management commitment. Verify quality policy, org structure, and management reviews. 2. Document control. Check SOP approval, distribution, and revision control. 3. Training and competency. Review skill matrices, certifications, and training records. 4. New product introduction. Verify risk assessment, FMEA, and launch plans. 5. Sub-supplier management. Evaluate incoming inspection, traceability, and vendor audits. 6. Process control. Check work instructions, first piece inspections, and special processes. 7. Equipment maintenance. Verify preventive maintenance schedules and facility 5S. 8. Calibration control. Check instrument registries, labels, and traceability certificates. 9. Identification and traceability. Confirm tracking of raw materials, WIP, and finished goods. 10. Non-conforming material. Inspect MRB isolation areas, red tagging, and scrap control. 11. CAPA. Review 8D reports, customer complaint logs, and internal audits. 12. Continuous improvement. Track KPI dashboards and SPC charts. Depending on customer needs, we support other scoring matrix or include specific industry standards such like IETF 16949 or ISO 13485. Service details flat fee. $3,000 all-inclusive duration. 3 days on-site. The flat rate includes all travel, transportation, and accommodation expenses. No hidden costs, no surprise invoices. Service module number 2. Pilot run and process audit. Design to production transition oversight. The transition from design approval to mass production is one of the highest risk phases in any sourcing program. This service places an experienced consultant on the factory floor in real time to monitor control run production, validate processes, and catch potential defects before they become costly mass production failures. Key activities. 1. New product pilot run, NPI. Lock BOM and gold sample. Freeze the bill of materials and establish a signed-off golden sample before starting. Train line operators. Conduct hands-on training using Visual Standard Operating Procedures, SOP, before launch. Run at rated speed. Test the production line at full design speed to uncover bottleneck operations. Define quality gates. Set up go/no-go inspection criteria at critical assembly stations. Track yield and defect. FMEA log all failures to update the failure mode and effects analysis document. 2. Process audit. Audit stations against SOP. Verify that operators follow current revision work instructions exactly. Check calibration status. Ensure all fixtures, torque tools, and testers have valid calibration stickers. Verify error proofing, yoke test challenge units, to confirm that mistake-proofing sensors function correctly. Review traceability logs. Confirm that component serial numbers and test data link correctly in the system. Enforce material control. Check that non-conforming materials are segregated immediately into locked scrap bins. Remark, client requirement. Provide relevant technical documents and product specifications prior to engagement. Daily rate, $1,200 per day. Duration, per project scope. Service module number 3. Quality incident investigation, root cause analysis, and corrective action oversight. When critical quality failures occur in the field or at the factory, a rapid, objective, and technically rigorous response is essential to minimizing damage and preventing recurrence. Here are the 5 must-do steps when engaging a third-party service company to investigate a quality incident and develop CAPA at a remote supplier side. When to engage this service. Defect escapes discovered post-shipment, AQL failures during inspection, consumer complaints requiring supplier accountability, or any situation demanding an impartial third-party investigation. 1. Define clear boundary conditions, SOW. Scope the investigation. Spec out exact part numbers, affected batch IDs, and specific defect modes. Control site access. Secure supplier permission for the third-party inspectors to access lines, data, and operators. Set timelines. Mandate fixed deadlines for the initial containment, root cause analysis, and final CAPA reports. 2. Standardize root cause methodologies in force tools. Require the use of specific frameworks like 5Y analysis, fishbone diagrams, or 8D. Methodology. Validate evidence. Demand physical proof, such as high-resolution failure photos, micro-section views, or raw machine logs. Cross-check hidden variables. Instruct the agency to audit the supplier's 4M changes: man, machine, material, method. 3. Mandate independent data validation. Run on-site verification. Order the third party to witness the defect recreation tests firsthand on the production floor. Review training records. Audit the training history and certification levels of operators who built the defective lot. Inspect maintenance logs. Check machine preventive maintenance, PM, logs, and tool calibration data for the incident date. 4. Co-develop and risk assess CAPA. Enforce yoke. Prioritize hard engineering controls, mistake proofing, over soft controls like warning labels or retraining. Conduct process, FMEA. Update the supplier's failure mode and effects analysis to reflect the new failure mode. Run side effect analysis. Verify that the proposed corrective actions do not introduce new quality or throughput risks. 5. Establish on-site effectiveness audits. Audit implementation. Require the third party to physically verify that new fixtures, sensors, or SOPs are fully deployed. Perform run-at-rate tests. Monitor a new production batch post-change to confirm the defect rate drops to 0. Schedule spot checks. Arrange unannounced follow-up audits by the agency 30 and 90 days after closure. Service fee, $1,200 per day, inclusive of all travel and accommodation. Client to provide incident supplier 8D reports and related documentation. Service module number 4. Pre-shipment inspection, PSI batch by batch AQL sampling before goods ship. Post-mass production pre-shipment inspection, PSI. Here are the 5 must-do steps when engaging a third-party service company to perform a post-mass production pre-shipment inspection, PSI. 1. Freeze the inspection criteria, AQL. Define sampling size. Specify the exact ANSI/ASQZ 1.4 or ISO 2859-1 sampling plan and inspection levels. Set defect classifications. Categorize potential defects into critical, major, and minor with strict acceptance quality limits, AQL. Define golden samples. Provide approved master samples, color chips, or golden units to the inspector for on-site comparison. 2. Standardize testing protocols, SIP. Define functional tests. Document step-by-step standard inspection procedures, SIP, for drop tests, barcode scans, and function checks. Specify equipment needs. List necessary on-site testing tools, e.g. high-pot testers, calipers, crosshatch tape, the supplier must provide. Mandate packaging checks. Enforce specific carton drop tests, shipping mark verifications, and sealing integrity audits. 3. Establish strict ready-for-inspection rules. Enforce the 80-100 rule. Mandate that at least 80% of the total order must be fully produced, packed, and cartoned before inspection begins. Require lot segregation. Instruct the factory to isolate the entire shipment lot in a designated warehouse area for random sampling. Pre-verify box counts. Have the inspector count the total number of outer cartons before drawing samples to prevent cherry picking. 4. Implement fraud and anti-bribery controls. Use rotation policies. Request the third-party agency to rotate inspectors regularly so they do not build overly cozy relationships with the factory. Mandate real-time reporting. Require the inspector to upload GPS-tagged photos, video stamps, and raw data logs directly from the factory floor. Sign ethics agreements. Enforce a zero-tolerance integrity declaration signed by the third-party agency and the factory management. 5. Define clear pass/fail protocols. Enforce hold conditions. Establish an automatic fail or pending status if the factory refuses random drawing or replaces boxes. Establish reinspection terms. Specify that the supplier must pay for the third-party reinspection fees if the first lot fails PSI. Control shipment release. Ensure your internal ERP system holds the shipping authorization until the third-party pass report is verified. Daily rate. $800 per day duration, based on lot size and man days required. The core strengths of Martin & Jason Consulting in securing supply chains in China and Taiwan. Full lifecycle risk management. End-to-end coverage. Provides a continuous safety net from initial supplier selection and pilot runs through production to pre-shipment. Source prevention. Blocks potential quality risks early in the production lifecycle using Module 1, 3-day on-site audit, and Module 2, design to production oversight. Precision crisis management and quality control, rapid resolution. Module 3 uses root cause analysis to quickly identify issues during quality incidents and oversee corrective actions. Final gatekeeping. Module 4 applies international AQL sampling to ensure every batch meets standards, preventing costly cross-border returns. Localized execution for cross-strait supply chains. Regional expertise. Deploys 4 targeted service modules tailored specifically to the unique manufacturing environments of China and Taiwan. Standardized processes. Translates complex supply chain management into quantifiable audits, reducing the uncertainty of remote management. Martin & Jason Consulting's most significant advantages is its fully transparent pricing model. Every service fee incorporates travel, transportation, and accommodation, eliminating guesswork and administrative overhead from your sourcing budget. New supplier quality system audit $3,000 flat 3 days on site. Pilot run and process audit $1,200 per each day. Quality incident investigation and develop CAPAs $1,200 per each day. Pre-shipment inspection PSI $800 per each day. All-inclusive. Travel, transportation, and accommodation are included in every rate, providing predictable budgeting and eliminating the burden of verifying local expense claims. Professional integrity and confidentiality. Your intellectual property is protected. Martin & Jason Consulting operates under strict ethical standards. Every engagement is governed by a formal non-disclosure agreement, NDA, and a signed service contract, ensuring that all technical data, service protocols, product specifications, and audit findings remain strictly confidential. What this means for you. 1. Proprietary designs and specifications remain protected. 2. Audit findings and supplier data are never disclosed to third parties. 3. A formal contractual framework establishes accountability from day one. Get started with Martin & Jason Consulting. Whether onboarding suppliers, launching products, or resolving quality crises, Martin & Jason Consulting provides the on-the-ground expertise to protect your brand and streamline supply chain operations across China and Taiwan. Contact Martin Chow's team directly to request a contract, ask questions, or initiate a pilot project. Martin and Jason Consulting provides affordable technical oversight to secure your supply chain. China office +86 195 1828 1513. Taiwan office +886 963 507 960. Email martin44112003@live.com.